So I just barely launched Serato. I've got it connected to my HP Pavilion with a AMD Ryzen 5 Radeon processor on my brand new HP Pavilion laptop. And if you see that circle plus the blank screen, I'm pretty sure that's all it's gonna keep doing, even though as soon as I found out that my Prime 4, has Serato support, I believe it was somewhere around, I don't know, around Halloween, or probably past Halloween. Now it actually lights up something like it wants to give me some information on the Prime screen. And the platters aren't lighting up yet. And as you can see, there's nothing going on over here on my screen. Oh, now I got some more information. I got some songs up there, but as you can see, when I turn the knob, it's supposed to allow me to scroll up and down these songs or whatever, information. I can do that, but still, it doesn't allow me to scroll. And that's just, the crates and whatever. If I want to see more of that, some of the touchscreen is working, but no functions, as far as that's concerned. And I'm going on 2 minutes, which is typically the time that it's supposed to take, I think, for the Prime 4 to connect at its longest. It's funny thing because while this was in the firmware version of the beta testing for the 1.4, the first one for the Wi-Fi, Serato was actually working on the Prime 4 and also on the previous 1.3.1, I believe. And Serato was working on it. All this brand new, And before anybody starts snapping on Serato, as far as like, well, you should have done your homework and blah, 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 and all that crap. Mind you, this is a standalone Prime 4 DJ controller. As you can see, nowhere on it, besides the ENGINE Prime software, which it was built on for standalone, which it works badass on the standalone. There's nowhere written on here like it would on the typical Serato, controllers, stating that it's, obviously eligible for Serato. But this Prime 4 unit should unlock Serato DJ Pro. At that time, I believe it was version 2.3.2, maybe, or 0.1, I forget. But it's supposed to unlock it for free, courtesy of the good folks at DENON, And like I said, it did work for a little bit. Nobody touches my stuff, so I just left this here. And I took my controller with me out of town. And all I did, and all this laptop is used for is strictly nothing but music and music videos. And, I've even gotten the McAfee Pro to somewhat have it near as the specs of a Mac, which, the Macs are badass for because they don't ever catch any viruses, or they shouldn't. I'm not going to say there's not a possibility because people seem to do stupid shit. But anyways, and plus this baby right here is supposed to be a beast. It's a gaming laptop, my understanding. All this is brand new to me, even this. I started DJing way back in 1986 at the age of 14. Started off with Radio Shack equipment and worked myself up eventually to getting me a pair of chromed out 1210s, Technics 1210s with a big ass NUMARK mixer. And I have been doing that for quite a while until past the, I guess it was, I don't know, 2003, 2004. Those got stolen, and then I ended up, helping a cousin of mine. Came into contact with various types of Pioneer and Denon CD, players, and ultimately I grew fond of the Denon CD players versus the Pioneer. For some reason, there was some shit about Pioneer that just, really pissed me off, and they made it a little bit complicated on certain stuff that, coming from somebody that's been doing DJing on nothing but 12-inch platters, with the real turntables. Honestly, the tech is badass, but nothing can ever come close to actually scratching and doing whatever you got to do with vinyl. It's just way different, That's something just us old schoolers would understand. I've been in the music game since the age of 5 because my dad having a professional band and came in contact with nothing but professional equipment. So I didn't go through everything that every other normal DJ went through with house speakers, at parties and shit like that. So whatever, everybody's got the road. But anyways, as you can see, it's going on 6 minutes and 30 seconds and still nothing. I'm actually surprised I can actually still move this circle. But normally, Serato logo is supposed to come out on here. And obviously I should be able to, use this, but no. And I think there was a way that I actually got this whole thing to function. And I'm trying to recall how the hell I did it. And I think what it was, I launched Serato on my laptop first. And then I proceeded to launch it with my Prime. So, one thing that happened was that all this, was working. I had function of this, the knob and stuff, scrolling up and down. The Serato logo was here. I can actually play music because I am still able to get Wi-Fi on my Prime 4. I could still utilize Tidal, and that was working, here with Serato, and had all the good ass functions here, light up, the red, yellow, and so forth, colors that are automatic with the functions and effects of Serato. Unfortunately, right now, there's nothing. Absolutely nothing. And again, this is still just spinning and spinning and spinning. And yes, I've got the latest firmware here, and the latest updates and firmware, and the latest version of Serato DJ Pro here. And it should be working, but it's not. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to have no choice but to let me see if I can eject. Maybe it'll eject my drives, because I have an internal 1 terabyte SSD SATA drive inside my Prime 4, and I should be able to eject it correctly without harming my Prime 4, and even my laptop for that matter. But it seems like it's not letting me. It's not allowing me. Oh yes, it did. Okay, so I'm good. I'm gonna see if it's gonna allow me to eject the screen, which is this right here. And then this comes up. Windows can't stop your Denon Prime 4 device because your program is still using it, which, of course, that's gotta be Serato. So I'm gonna try and do the Control, Alt, and delete. No, delete. And that brings me to here, Task Manager. I go to Task Manager. Unfortunately, this is the only way that I can stop Serato legitimately. Go to Serato DJ Pro. go to end task, and that should stop Serato. And I have a tendency to always go and refresh. This has already cleared this out, so I should be able to eject now my Prime 4 screen. And this Windows crap still comes up. So what I'm going to try to do is go ahead and go here. I'm not supposed to do this, but the hell with it. It'll give me this, you know, stating that, you know, if I want to start my Prime 4 on standalone, I'm gonna go ahead and press yes, because I'm assuming that it's communicating still, so it's not allowing me to do the eject over here. And now there's nothing here. So okay, so now I've got this right here. Now I can go here and I should be connected. And you know, this is the strength of my Wi-Fi right now is at 43 megabits per second, which is not bad considering that I'm almost about 200 and something. Well, no, I'm gonna take that back. I'm about a good 100 feet away from my router, 150 feet from my router, and my makeshift studio in the back. You know, got some stuff here, whatever. A bunch more speakers. I mean, my dad used to have a bunch of more, you know, cooler stuff than all of this, you know, acoustical guitars and stuff. I mean, any music people would appreciate it. But anyways, as you can see, now I should be able to go through and mess with this, but for some reason it's not allowing me. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. It's shutting down. While this is trying to do what it's doing, I'm gonna go ahead and start Serato on my laptop only. So Serato should launch. Mind you, I have a 1 terabyte SSD SATA drive in here also, and another SATA drive that's doing all the programming, which is about 120 gigs. So I have more than enough space. The RAM on it, I think, is about an 8 gigabyte RAM. I mean, it's a damn, it's loaded, you know, for gaming. So Serato, you know, Serato is an impressive DJ software program. And, you know, I know it uses up a lot of space and stuff like that, but still, it shouldn't be this much of a hassle. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and turn my Prime back on. Everything is functioning the way it's supposed to normally, you know, go through and lights up like something out of Star Trek, the Borgs. And you'll see this screen, 1.4.0 is the firmware that I've got. Just to make sure, you gotta press this view for 2 seconds. 1, 2. I believe it's utility. You know, if you got your Wi-Fi, you always want to have your Wi-Fi on. If you don't, then whatever. But it's got all these settings. If you ain't never owned one, get with me, and you know, I'll let y'all know what's up. But this is everything that I've got on here. Prime 4 version 1.15 for the controller. The Prime 4 left and right displays, both of them have version 0.34. The Prime mixer is at a version 1.29, and obviously the whole firmware altogether, I'm assuming, is a 1.4 with all those little letters and crap underneath. If I go to check for updates, it'll say, you know, I'm already updated, so that's a good sign. And again, let me see what it does if I do the reboot information, reboot into firmware update. Well, no, not yet, because I haven't received anything or seen anything from Denon telling me that's, you know, the case, that we actually have to update. So, you know, I'll mess around with all that stuff later. But anyways, now I've got control, whereas I didn't have control before, and this is just a standalone unit. SERATO, for some reason, is still tripping on my laptop on standalone unit, you know, with it on its own. It should be working, and it's just constantly just spinning. And that really ticks me off, because I'm like, okay, well, what's the deal? If I go here, you know, it'll have a HP support assistant. So just to give y'all a heads up, let y'all know about my system, I'm gonna go ahead and put it up here. While SERATO is kicking in the background, I'm gonna go right here to specs, right? And should give me some information in regards to what's up with my processor and shit like that. And you know, it's got all this good, you know, 8 gigs of system memory, so that's way more than what's needed for SERATO. Now I know I have one hell of a damn video card, so I'm not tripping on it. And I'm just like, wow, you know, what the hell is going on? So I know that I've got more than enough, you know, storage. You know, it's 119. I have almost 10 gigs, you know, left. So, you know, I should be able to run damn near any program on here. Again, I'm tripping on why it's even taking this long. And let me see if I can do something else. All right, look, this is my Windows program, right? I'm gonna go through the properties. And you know, I got it 118 gigs. Free space 895. You know, we just got to confirm that, and that's just for the system. My properties for this, for my where I keep all my music and music videos, 1 terabyte, and I haven't used too much of it. I've got 561 gigs. I've used up 369, and again, there's no reason for it to be doing what it's doing for SERATO, and I'm not getting nothing from SERATO. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to do the alternate control alternate and delete task manager. I'm gonna go ahead and end SERATO this way. I'm gonna go ahead, while we're here, I don't know if this has anything to do with it or not, but take out my USB 3. And the only reason I even found this out, which is kind of embarrassing, y'all have a lot more, how can I say it, experience with this laptop controller crap than I do. And I wasn't aware, because I was under the impression that all USBs are the same. I got into all of this just recently. I'm about to restart my laptop. But yeah, I mean, it's got USB 3 on it. It's a brand new cable. It came with my Prime. I'm praying to God that this damn cable is not the damn issue, because it is brand new. And I'm going on the assumption that it can't go wrong because it's brand new. Now, I'll really be pissed off if all I got to do is go buy another one of these, and then the damn thing's going to work. But I'm a stubborn old school fool. And I believe that, you know, for whatever I paid for this, which almost $2,000, it's cool that Denon did what they did with Serato to make it Serato friendly. And I believe that whatever in the hell I paid for it and its features, I should be able to utilize all the functions and features that are available. Because, you know, now I can actually scroll through all of my music, and, you know, if I want to go through here, you know, I can use, you know, all of these buttons, whatever, and it'll load. You know, come up here and it'll load. I got all my volume deals down, but anyways,
your talent. So let me God gave me a God gave me a talent. So let me flaunt the gift. And you don't stop. We're making hot, making hot, making hot, making hot, making hot, making hot, making hot.
So, I mean, on Standalone, it's got so many functions that I'm not going to do this type of video right now, because I'm more concerned on trying to find out and figure out what it is, you know, with my laptop. Again, it's a brand new laptop, and it should, you know, be working the way that it should. And I'm like, wow, you know, you get the latest stuff, and you assume that it's supposed to work and function 100%. And, you know, I can see this logo for Serato. And again, I hate this damn little blue wheel of death. And then the black hole behind it. But yeah, that's my dilemma, people. People at Denon, y'all obviously been trying to work with me on trying to come up with a solution since October. Serato as well for like the last 2 months. The good folks at Denon finally let me know what the hell was up. And that was because Serato seems to not support these types of processors right here, for whatever the damn reason is. But again, you know, my intention when I first bought my Prime with my laptop was only so that I could have the best, you know, for the programming, which is the engine software that's needed, so that I can get the best quality type of music with the FAT32 format, which is what everything is formatted as. You know, my laptop and my internal SSD SATA drive inside my Prime. And, you know, with the analyzations and all that shit, it's pretty damn quick. I mean, look, these already been analyzed in the Prime, you know, engine software, and, you know, quick. Let's do something else. Let me see. I believe I've actually, what down? Let me see. I believe I've actually analyzed all of my music, and okay, that one's loaded over there, and this one's loaded over here, and I still having to figure out why it keeps doing, starting I guess from the last time that I used it. I have to go in there and tweak it out. All this basically is still a version. I haven't really used nothing. It's got something on here to where the cues, it's called Smart Cues. It'll allow it to play from the cue points. You know, it stopped there and bam, direct play from the cue. As opposed to Serato. I wish Serato had something like this. If they do, I'm still learning Serato. But, you know, I'm like, well, damn, you know, why come it's not activating here? It would be badass function instead of with Serato, you have to either, well, no, not Q, because I mean, I was doing it on my laptop. So basically, whatever in the hell you do on your laptop, you do on your controller and more. But with the Qs, all it did was just, you know, do this with the hotkeys. You know, like this, you gotta press it down, and obviously start, and then you just go to your key points, and you know it does that, whatever. But as you can see, I'm almost 30 minutes into this video, 25 minutes and 30 seconds. I've already unplugged my USB, and for some reason this is still not wanting to function. And it's crazy because I was using it while I was in Mexico at my other house and just practicing, you know, whatever on my Serato on my laptop. And it shouldn't even be taking this long. And I'm like, well, damn, what the hell is going on here? My Serato family, hopefully y'all will be able to help me out. I'm about to post this video, and I'm hoping that somebody at Serato that's actually a real professional at Serato can guide me to what I need to do. I've already sent y'all all the specs and stuff via email concerning my computer and the report of while this was connected and doing this, what it's doing. At one point, y'all sent it back to me stating that y'all saw nothing wrong. But then I let somebody know on Messenger that, hey, my laptop was a Pavilion, HP, and that it had this in it. And then that's when I received a confirmation that Denon was telling me the truth. That yes, some OS systems are not supported by Serato. So if y'all can, please help me so I can enjoy, you know, learning and using Serato, because I even went a further step and figured that if I bought the suite and I took advantage of this past Black Friday, that it should work. And you know, I'm surprised right now that it's not working. Not even on my laptop by itself. That is so damn crazy. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and post this, and hopefully y'all can help me out. Thank you.